I think that is what adds the most fuel to the fire. We're working every day knowing that we got to work the hardest in the league and be the toughest and be the hardest working team because we were picked last. So that adds a chip on our shoulder.
And also, like Nia said, adds extra motivation. But we had a lot of close games these last 2 years. I know last year was kind of weird because we only played 15 games, but we've had a lot of close games in the past and games that like we know we could have and should have won. So that extra motivation be the thing that makes the difference.
So we have 7 newcomers on the team this year. And last year, with all the newcomers, with all things, again, pandemic, didn't have a lot of time to do a lot of the team bonding stuff. I know we probably tried our best version of doing that with all things social distancing. But with 7 newcomers this summer and fall, you're able to do more things. I know a couple times you went to Mel's house. Just what's that like? You guys are both older, upperclassmen on the team. Meshing in 7 newcomers, a mixture of transfers and true freshmen. Just what's that been like since everyone's been on campus?
I think it's kind of been unique because they're newcomers. They're not just all freshmen. So, freshmen, they're like, it's a whole new world to them. But these girls, they've already been in college. They've already played at a high level before. And so it's neat to see all of us mesh, all the different personalities, older, younger. Yes, so Kayla's a grad transfer, so she's coming from Clemson, being older. So it's just cool to just mesh with all the differences.
And also having a lot of people from a lot of different places and schools, they kind of bring their own flavor, I guess, to the team in their own way. I know we do a lot more things on our own as well this year. Like we got out to eat a lot. We had like a movie night, just stuff because we can all be around each other at free will now and in like the actual world.
Yeah, Yanni, this is year 4 for you. Your statistics every year have continually increased. Your scoring, rebounding, blocks. I know you had a setback with an injury earlier on in your career. Just what have you been working on this offseason to kind of take your game to the next level and be more of an impact player this year?
One thing that I've been trying to work on is having more of a motor when we play and practice. You obviously can't improve your scores if you don't play in the game, so that's one thing that I'm trying to focus on. And just being able to, be on the weak side during rebounds, think about the little stuff during practice so it transfers over to the game. Also just making sure I take care of my body. I've had a lot of injuries, whether they just be little chronic ones or ones that ended my freshman season. So health is a very big thing that I'm trying to focus on too.
And yeah, you're our leading returner in scoring, 3-point field goals made, and steals. Just, what have you been working on in the offseason to kind of improve on your game? Your point guard, you're our leader. Maybe some of that's leadership stuff. Maybe it's not just all things on the court to fine-tune your basketball skills. Just what does the offseason look like for you?
I think the biggest, just the word for me is consistency. I want to be a consistently good scorer, consistently at a three-dimensional score at all 3 levels. So that's really what I've been working on to try to get my 3-ball consistent, my drives, and just making moves in my jump shot. So consistency, that's what I've been working on off season.
And we've had fall workouts. We've officially had official practices with the whole team for the last week or so. You still have a few more weeks before opening night and the ball goes up for the first tip of the year. But again, a lot of new fresh faces. This offseason's been different than the last 2 that we've had under Coach Moore. Just what should fans expect to see from the team at the start of the season?
Oh, man, I think we're going to be able to get after it in transition. Everybody's going to be running. Different people can play different positions. I feel like we're going to be real versatile and deep. So, yeah, that's what I'm excited about.
Yeah, I also think that for the returners at least, we've all added at least something different from the last 2 seasons. So, whether it be, for me, a turnaround jump shot or something, or Nia, working on her 3-point shot. So I think there's a lot of new things that you're going to be seeing, especially because, like you mentioned before, we have a lot of new faces. So it's just got to be ready for it.
Perfect.